Hi, this is Stephen Rosner, and I'm back with my second video to try to render some hope and give comfort to those who are watching this during this horrendous coronavirus that is global in scope. Several years ago, I wrote a guide to the Psalms of David, which has a modern English translation of the 150 Psalms from the Old Testament, heartfelt, I hope. There's also an index of the Psalms as to what Psalms would be appropriate to say for what particular situation you're going through, and a biography of David as well. The Psalms are an incredible resource for people, spanning the gamut of human emotions, fear and grief and ecstasy and despair. And Psalms specifically for this particular crisis are 23, 32, 46, 49, and 91. And as in the first video, we will recite 3 of them. I have created a website where the book itself, and here's what it looks like. My wife did a beautiful cover of the book. Can be downloaded for absolutely free. Also, the 5 Psalms that I just mentioned have a separate file. You could download those, which would be a lot easier, and print them and share them with your friends and your relatives, and perhaps tell them about the website if you do find this comforting for you, and the rendering comforting for you as well. You could also get a free Kindle edition. If you have Kindle, you can go to Amazon and get the book free. All of this is on my website, whose link I will give you after, at the end of the video. We'll try to keep it down. First video was 16 minutes. It's too long. This, hopefully, I'll get it under 15 and improve in future videos. There's M68. You're going to hear that a few times, hopefully. M68. M68. That's a keyword. Try to remember that. M68. At the end of the video, you will hear exactly what it means and how it could help you go through life, and especially during, this time period. So I'll say it one more time. M68. Before going into the rendering of Psalms, it's very important to know that while God listens to prayers, He also, a prayer has to be in conjunction with deeds, and who you are. So I recommended in the first video, just don't pray, but do a good deed, do one good deed. That's all. Now, with 7 billion and 7.5 billion people in the world, if everyone did a good deed, my God would be astounded. All His children all at once doing one good deed. But that's so important. That's even more important than prayer, in my mind. And I also talked about 3 good deeds you can do. I'm not talking about giving $1,000 to this charity or that charity. Number 1, when you go shopping, or wherever you go, if you see a cashier or a clerk or whatever, you like her dress, you like her hairstyle, tell her. It's 15 seconds. It will make her feel good. It will make you feel good. God will see that and will put that in your bank asset. And if it's a male, his tie, his suit, his shoes, whatever. Second, and we mentioned this in the first video, is when you're going into an apartment building, you're going into a commercial building, whatever it is, many people, I see, they just go in, they don't look where they're going. Well, they look where they're going, but they just go straight ahead. Sometimes the door slams, and there's someone like 3 feet in back. And they make the person feel bad, like, couldn't you hold the door for me? Look around. When someone is nearby, hold the door. Not only that, if someone is like 20 feet away, and it's going to take 3 or 4 seconds for him to walk, hold the door for that person. That is a really good deed. When you go out of your way for someone, God will go out of His way for you. And here's a new one, especially if you live in the city. I live in New York, which I do, is when you're going down the avenues or so, and there are buses and trucks, let's say buses, and a bus is blinking, he wants to go out from the stop, get in the traffic. Most cars will just zoom past it. They won't give him a chance. Sometimes a row of cars, and he has to wait because he's responsible for 50 or 100 people. He's not going to just bull his way out there. Stop. Slow up if it's safe and stop. Let him go. You'll be amazed. It will make his day. He'll tell his wife, "This never happened to me. Someone actually easily could have gone past, and he just stopped and slowed up." God will be very pleased about that. And you will find if you keep on doing that, there'll come a time you're leaving CVS parking lot, a big truck or a big bus, they're rumbling up. They will stop and wave and tell you to go. It's happened to me all the time because 95% of the time I stop and slow up behind a bus. Sometimes, I'm in some other thought. M68. So, again, I hope these videos are comforting to you. Hopefully I'm going to get better. The first one, as you know, was pretty flawed. At the end of the entire video, you'll get the links to the website. If you like the video or whatever, please click like if you're a YouTube subscriber. If not, you can't. And whatever it is, tell your friends and so on and so forth. So we're going to start rendering today with Psalm 46. Psalm 46. God is our refuge, our stronghold, our helper in times of distress, ever accessible. Therefore we will have no fear, though the earth be transfigured, though the mountains melt into the midst of the seas, though the waters rage and foam. He raises his voice, the earth bubbles over, nations are in turmoil, kingdoms collapse, but the Lord of hosts is with us, the God of Jacob is our stronghold. Go and observe the works of the Lord, who has brought devastation upon the earth. He eliminates war from the face of the earth. He shatters the bow, severs the spear in two. He consumes chariots with fire. Be silent, comprehend that I am God. I shall be praised among the nations. I shall be exalted upon the earth. The Lord of hosts is with us. But God is our refuge. He is our stronghold, our helper in times of distress, ever accessible. That's Psalm 46, which is one of the Psalms you can download at my website. As I did in the first video, I'm especially empathic, I don't know if that's the right word, to people that are single. And I don't mean not married, I mean who live alone. And especially as they're older, I don't know honestly if it's harder for a man or a woman. I'm not going to get into that discussion, but it's very hard. Under these circumstances, single people have to be much more scared than we who at least have someone to comfort us in our own home. So as I did the first video, I'd like to read 121 for you. You especially who are single, I hope this video will comfort you. And again, well, yes, I hope the video comforts you. I hope the psalm comforts you, and you could load down this psalm with the 5 others at the website. Psalm 121. I lift up my eyes into the mountains. From whence comes my support? My help comes from the Lord, the creator of heaven and earth. He will not allow your foot to falter. Your guardian never sleeps. Your guardian never rests. The Lord is your protector. The Lord is your shade by your right hand. The sun shall not harm you during the day, nor the moon by night. The Lord will protect you from all evil. He will watch over your soul. The Lord will accompany your going out and coming in from this time forth and forever. Again, that's Psalm 121. It's part of the 5 Psalms you can download at my website, which will come after the video. And of course, you can download the whole book for free, but it is a 375 5-page book, so but you could view it and go through it. So having done that, now we will go to Psalm 23, which we did the first video. And for that video, or for that aspect of this second broadcast, I'm still learning, we will say goodbye for now and come back after that psalm, because again it'll be played with music. You'll see an image of King David. I might change the images, but again the words and the music of Johann Sebastian Bach, I hope give you comfort, it give you inspiration, and since it's on YouTube, you can go back and play that particular segment as much as you want. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He brings me to rest in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul. He accompanies me on paths of righteousness for the sake of his name. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in sight of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup runneth over. Surely goodness and kindness shall accompany me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forevermore. Surely goodness and kindness shall accompany me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forevermore. Hi, this is Steve. I'm back again. First of all, to tell you what M68 stands for, and also to give you the blessing that Aaron was instructed by God to give to the children of Israel. I'm embarrassed because this video is going to be probably longer than the first video, which was 16 minutes. People say I talk too much. I probably do. Future videos, I'm going to really try to get it under 10 minutes. Not under, I mean, get it lower than what it is now. I intend just to do recite 2 psalms, which will at least cut out a couple of minutes from the video. M68 is what you need to know just to live your life, but especially when you're involved, when you have situations where you're maybe not sure what to do, you could go either way, and so on and so forth. M stands for Micah, 6 is the chapter, 8 is the verse. Human beings, Micah tells the people, human beings, what does God want from you? He wants you to do justice, love compassion, and walk humbly before the Lord your God. It's really that. If you do that, God will bless you in everything you do. I'll say it again. Human beings, what does God want? He wants you to do justice, love compassion, and walk humbly before the Lord your God. Whenever you're in a situation, a moral situation especially, you don't know what to do, M68, look it up if you forget. And the second part is, I did this, the first video, my father said, you never know who God listens to, so this is my blessing to you. Hopefully I have some merit, and my blessing will mean something to God. It comes from the Old Testament. Aaron, the high priest, was told to bless the children of Israel. The Hebrew is Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, Yoreh Adonai panav elecha v'yichunecha, Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. So for you, that is you who are watching, may the Lord watch over you and be gracious to you. May the Lord turn his countenance to you and show you favor. May the Lord turn his countenance to you and give you peace. Thank you for watching the video. If you're a YouTube member, please click like or whatever. Please tell your friends about it. And after this, we'll follow the the information to go to the website, download the book, and or go to Amazon, etc., etc., etc. Until the next video, God willing, and maybe a couple of days. Keep safe.